It's 1914 and the world is about to change forever. The peace of a summer day is shattered by a single gunshot in Sarajevo. That shot would trigger a chain of events that would plunge the world into its first truly global conflict. Let's rewind a bit. Europe in the early 1900s was like a powder keg waiting to explode. You had these powerful nations all flexing their muscles, building up massive armies and navies. It was like a high-stakes game of Risk, but with real lives at stake. Great Britain ruled the waves, Germany wanted its place in the sun, and Russia was protecting its Slavic brothers. Meanwhile, France was still bitter about losing territory to Germany in their previous war. The spark that lit this powder keg? The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist. It might seem like a relatively small event, but thanks to a complex web of alliances, it was like pulling the first domino in a massive chain. Within weeks, what started as a local conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia exploded into a continental war, then a global one. The timeline reads like a tragic domino effect. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Russia mobilizes to defend Serbia. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declares war on Russia and France. When German troops march through neutral Belgium to attack France, Britain is drawn in. Soon the Ottoman Empire, Japan, and eventually the United States join the fray. But here's what makes World War I truly transformative. It wasn't just about the scale of the conflict. This war introduced humanity to industrial-scale warfare. Imagine trenches stretching for hundreds of miles, poison gas drifting across battlefields, tanks crushing through barbed wire, and aircraft dogfighting in the skies, all for the first time in history. The impact? It redrew the map of Europe and the Middle East. Four empires, the German, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, and Russian, collapsed. New nations were born. Women entered the workforce in unprecedented numbers. The United States emerged as a global superpower, and perhaps most tragically, the unresolved tensions and harsh peace terms would plant the seeds for an even more devastating conflict 2 decades later. In just 4 years, from 1914 to 1918, the world lost nearly 20 million lives. The war to end all wars changed everything, from how we fight to how we live. It marked the true beginning of the 20th century and shaped the world we live in today. When we look at modern international relations, military technology, or even social structures, we're still seeing the echoes of those 4 fateful years. The lesson? Sometimes the biggest changes in history don't start with grand declarations or massive invasions. Sometimes they start with a single shot on a street corner in Sarajevo, reminding us how interconnected our world really is.